Refugees have been arriving in our area since the end of the Vietnam War, but it was after the meat processing plants started actively recruiting refugees that more arrived. Many have been in the country, living around the country for years. Many have become citizens. All of them have left fear and pain in their old country to find a fresh start. Hassan Usman is showing where his rented house used to be. It's a parking lot now, across from the First Baptist Church in Amarillo. Usman arrived in the city from Ethiopia with his wife in 1981. Both his kids are successful now, but he remembers the first job he had.
It was a minimum wage, which was $3.50. But that was big to me. I didn't come over here to look for money. And it was a pleasure to get a job with freedom.
Freedom is the word used by many refugees to describe the United States. It's a stark contrast from life in the refugee camps and the repressive conditions they left behind. Usman was helped by Catholic Family Services, now called Catholic Charities of the Texas Panhandle. They say only 1% of the refugee population are able to leave the camps.
That's decided by the United Nations, so they have to go through some security checks and some different screenings and that sort of stuff to be qualified to be accepted. And there's over 15 million refugees in the world.
Alphonse Kairanga works at Catholic Charities. He escaped from the Rwanda genocide, but his entire family was killed.
You know, others died and lost family members, many.
He's proud to be an American, where he says he's found new family.
My life is based on the faith, you know, of Christ, you know, how he gone through the life, and encouragement I have is what? He rose again, so he's living, I can live.
Grant.
This is Grant.
Yes.
Refugee Services of Texas also organizes the arrival of refugees, offering ESL classes and other services. The organization is working to reunite families.
I think one of the hardest things is that families are separated, and that's probably one of the things that really a lot of refugees struggle with, is they're separated from their families, their mothers back in their homeland, or they're in a refugee camp.
Dim Kim is making dinner. She and her husband and children are from the Chin people in Burma. Her husband was about to be forced into the army. They fled, and now they've recently bought a house.
The first person I see, like the ice cream seller girl, she was looking at it and she's smiling, and then it's like, you know, we never see that kind of expressions before, and it's like, oh, this country, everybody is smiling.
And for refugees who've been through so much, perhaps it's just a small thing that can make a big difference. As we've seen in this series, the arrival of a lot of refugees in a short time has produced difficulties in our area, but communities are coping. However, the continued arrival of refugees may require a longer-term plan to ease them into American life. Larry Lemmons, Pronews 7.